Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Mad as a Goat. Again, I'm talking about religion. Why am I talking about religion today? Well, because I've kind of noticed something that people do using religion. They will say pretty offensive comments and go, yes, but it ties in with my belief. So you can't be angry at me because it's my belief, and being angry at me for saying what I said would mean that you're being prejudiced against someone of my religion. When in actual fact, the person's being a fucking asshole. Like, think of all those Catholic priests and that who put all the homosexuals down. I don't really have a problem with people being gay. Do what you want to do. I mean, it doesn't hurt anyone unless you force it on someone. It's not really a bad thing. So, I don't know why all these priests get away with saying shit like they should all be burned at the stake and they should be lynched and shit like that under the banner of, oh, well, God doesn't will it. If God created us, if God created this planet, he wouldn't have a problem with people just butt-fucking each other. That wouldn't really be one of his main concerns. Maybe one of his bigger concerns would be the poverty in the world. What about corporations taking over and making a big marginal gap amongst people? So now you have really poor people and really rich people. I think he'd be more worried about something like that if he existed. He'd be thinking, shit, these were meant to be perfect beings and now they're kind of fucking each other. But not in the good way. He wouldn't have a problem with people fucking at all. I don't even think God would have a problem with adultery. Because God, we're his creation, apparently, so they say anyway, so he'd want us to procreate as much as possible to make more of us. Because if we're his favourite, well, of course he wants more of his favourite thing in the world, wouldn't he? He wouldn't want us all to be segregated and in our little groups and just making little herds of people. He'd want to cover the whole planet, because he created that as well. He'd want to cover the whole thing with his greatest creation, and he'd want them all to get along, but instead these people twist their religion and they put their own skew on it. It's really just their own bias backed up with bullshit. It's fucking anus gravy, and they get away with saying the offensive things. But when I say my offensive things and say that I don't mean it and I'm just trying to be comedic, some people still go, oh, it still could be offensive. No, fuck you. When people are just being offensive to be, you know, comedic or anything like that, it's less dangerous than these fucking priests and politicians and shit like that. Like Tipper Gore back in the 80s, she wanted to like censor all the music and change all the movies and do all this stuff, but not for any good reasons, just because she found it offensive. Yeah, she had many people who'd say, oh, but what about the kids and Satanism and all that? Well, guess what? Satanism doesn't do shit. If your kid's a fucking psycho who's gonna kill people, he's gonna fucking kill people. That's just how it is. It has nothing to do with religion. You don't have a spirit that comes into you one day, you're just walking down the street, gonna go kill that bitch, I'm out of here. It doesn't work like that. Mental illness is a lot more complicated than that. It takes years and years and years of certain situations or circumstances contributing to like the chemical functions in their brain leading to psychopathic behavior. Nothing to do with music. I've been listening to death metal for years. I'm not violent at all. When I get in a fight, you know what I'm gonna do? I go fucking crazy in the other direction away from the people trying to kill me. That's kind of my method. And I listen to all sorts of heavy music, and I watch a lot of violent shit, and I play a lot of violent video games, but I'm still a fucking pussy. So explain that one, you fucking crazy creationist bastards. I hate when people do that with religion. Cool to have your religious beliefs. Live your life by your religious beliefs. Don't fucking force it on everyone else. Yeah, there are some leniencies that you can use your religion with, like, you know, thou shalt not kill. So yeah, you can go at a murderer and be pissed off at them using your religion. That's fine. But don't get pissed off at like stupid things, like people wanting to have sex with each other, or music or art or anything like that. Use your religion to make the world better, not just to push your own fucking biased agenda. That was fun. I feel pretty good about that, and I guess I will see you on the potato side. And coming up, probably in a couple of weeks, will be the 100th episode. It's too fucking many. Anyway, potato side.